December 20th, 2016. So I'm just going to talk here and see what comes in. So, and when I ask, there's so many things that are going around in my head that when I ask as to what 2016 was all about. So 2016 was really about learning about how to be. And what the universe gave us was all sorts of situations where we had to try out different personas or different characters of ourselves within each situation. So that's why sometimes a situation needed to come up a couple times. For example, if a relationship just kept coming back and you felt like you were spinning or circling or cycling, what the universe was actually providing for you was a way for you to, let's say, try on different characters or try on different personas or try different things to move through something or to experience something that would truly help you uncover your authentic self. And that's really the key of 2016, is really understanding I am and who I am by myself, who I am with my coworkers, my boss, who I am with my significant other, my family, my friends, who I am in a crisis, who I am in a moment of extreme happiness or joy, who I am in day-to-day normal living, or those opposite end extremes. So it was a year of this intense emotion, and it's very common for the human spirit to get into a space that they're either comfortable or you like and stay there. And the universe is not about complacency. The universe is not about status quo or staying in one place. We are in a moving universe. Our seasons move, our clock, which is an earthly thing, moves. We get older. Things move in cycles. Things change. And if we think that we are going to be in a place of unchanging, then that's where it begins to get very difficult. Or if we don't want to change, or the universe delivers this magnificent opportunity to evolve or to grow or to change, even if we don't think it's magnificent, the universe is going to give you those opportunities. And if we are fighting that, then we're stuck, and the universe isn't going to allow that. Now, what I also hear is that some of us, even in that fighting it, that's an opportunity to learn. It's a curiosity that you go into a situation to say, why am I digging my feet in here? Why is this so difficult? Why is it such a challenge for me to let go, or to say something, or to move forward, or why? And that allows us to get into this place of observation. And so 2016 was also a very good time for us to observe. Once we experience something, to observe, how am I and who am I in these situations? And if we didn't take that opportunity to experience, let's say we shut it down, we shut down our emotions, or we shut down our spiritual evolution, or we just shut down altogether and we pushed it aside, or if we didn't take the time afterwards to observe or to really explore, go deep, see, not always understand, but see and feel how you acted or how you reacted to certain situations. If we didn't take the time to do that, we still have work to do. And there are many that fall into that category yet of not being done with those life experiences. So that's what the first 6 months of 2017 can be for many people. So we have a rest period. Right now, the end of December, we're in this Mercury retrograde, and we'll be there until early January, about 3 weeks from now. And then we're in this rest period, or this immense inner pushing. And that is a time for us really to observe. So again, people are going to say, when am I done? Or why is it always I have to go deeper? Not everybody has to go deeper, and not everybody has to experience or will experience these things, but they are growth opportunities for us to become aligned on our journey path, for us to get back on track. I have many clients that come to me that say, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, and I feel like I'm not on track. I can't explain it, but I feel like I'm not on track. Well, when you are in that mode, if you are not clear, the universe is going to come along and push you in or onto your track. And the human side comes in and says, oh no, I don't want to do that. So the human side will try to keep you in this place of uncertainty and unsureness, while the universe is pushing you to go down a track. And the universe will push you to go down your track, your journey path, with many opportunities. So the first 6 months of 2017 are going to be this time period of many opportunities. And for some people, that can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming to the point that I have too many opportunities. I don't know what to do. I'm in total confusion. So therefore, I'm going to do nothing. And that's a behavior that many people fall into, is when they get in this state of overwhelm, or there are too many choices. They don't have the tools, or they don't know how, or they simply don't want to move forward. That's fear comes in, hesitancy comes in, some past life stuff that generates some fear, unknown, or perceptions. It is a time for us to strip raw and to be authentic, and that in itself is very scary. Anytime we talk about being truly authentic and following our passion and dream, that in itself makes many people's heart begin to race, because we've had so many lifetimes, and even this lifetime, we've been conditioned to suppress our own happiness, suppress our own being, suppress our own desires and wishes and dreams and those goals that we have in life, in order to sacrifice for others. Well, this lifetime, and particularly now at this time, this junction in our lives, it is not about sacrifice. It is about self-care. It is about self-understanding. And I speak in the sense, people say, well, how do I self-care? Is that getting my hair done and massage and, nails and shopping and pampering myself? And that can be one component of it. But self-care is really giving yourself the time and the space, and space particularly, the opportunities for you to experience yourself, to experience how you are in many different situations. And that's where I call, we are in this experiential life. We learn, we shift, we grow by experiencing life. And some of those experiences teach us or show us, I don't like that, or I don't want that anymore. And we have to experience them to even know we don't like them. And that's where some of this challenge might come in. And some of those challenges, again, the universe is going to give us those particular opportunities again and again and again, so that we can say, I don't like that. And why am I experiencing this again? And instead of, I don't like this, where is it pointing me? Where is the thing that I do like? Because the universe always gives us the experience to show us the wrong path, or the long path, or the one that's not aligned. But the universe always gives us the pathway of what is on our path. The things, or those things that will bring us back into alignment, back into joy, back into happiness. And so 2017 will be important to be aligned with yourself first. And again, that's the first 6 months, is making sure that if you think you're aligned and suddenly an event comes along, then guess what? That's the universe saying, you thought you were. Maybe that was a little bit of ego yet that was in there, but you're really not quite aligned yet. So here you go. Here's another example, or here's another place for you to be learning. And once you get into alignment, then you begin to become connected and threaded with others that are vibrating at that same frequency. And that connection is really, really important, because we go into the latter half of 2017, which is about the action on your actual dreams and your wishes and your hopes and the direction in your life. And if that's not in alignment, you have that potential to go off track again. And again, the universe doesn't want us to go off track. The universe wants us to be on track. So even those difficult situations, again, are the messages, or are the opportunities for us to align to something greater. The second half of 2017. Okay, before we go to the second half, I want to remind you of the eclipses that are coming in February. And those eclipses are typically the ending of something and the beginning of something. So usually we have two sets of eclipses each year, and usually if you began something, this eclipse or these eclipses in February for full moon and new moon are going to be pushing you further along in that journey. However, what I would say is we're entering into this year of number 1. So this is about new. This is about new energy, new pushes, new forces. So I don't believe that it's a continuation of 2016. I believe that it's something new. So watch in that February time period what's coming in your life, what's showing up, that you're getting indications for the universe to go in that direction, to start dreaming and believing and stepping. And we don't have to take drastic measures. Uranus will help us do that all by itself, in pushing us in those directions. So don't feel like you have to take drastic measures. These might be small inklings, small steps that put you in that forward motion, so that in the latter part of the year, in the August time period, for the second set of eclipses, then you really get that push, because 2017 again is all about action. It is about setting in place your dreams, your hopes, kind of the mission of the soul. But before you can step into that, it is again about aligning your own frequency to your soul frequency, and then doing that in partnership. 2017 is a big year about partnerships. So if you're looking for, let's say, a business partner, that would be a really good focus for you in 2017, to use the energy of the planets to focus on bringing in that business partner. It also is relationship. So partnership as such as a romantic relationship also is very, the opportunity is there. But again, this isn't going to happen to your liking or to your soul's liking until you align to your true authentic self, your vibrational frequency. So it's not about sacrifice. Sometimes people get into relationships or even business partnerships where they sacrifice, they give up things in their life, or they lose their independence, or they lose themselves. And after 2016 was such a year about finding yourself and discovering yourself, and if you've done that work, the universe is not going to allow you really to go back into that space. So pay attention that if you're drawing to you old patterns, to quickly leave those behind. That this is about partnership, relationship, connectivity, but it's with those that are aligning. And I will add to that, it's still where our soul connections or twin flames are coming together. Those aren't always easy relationships, and sometimes we have this romantic fantasy that our soulmates or our twin flames are supposed to be the easiest, the most romantic, the most loving, they lift us up and make all the world's problems go away. And that is not what these relationships are about. These relationships are about relationships that help us grow spiritually, physically, emotionally, and energetic. And so we want to partner with those people that are aligned to us, but also push us, because we're on this growth path. So you want to be with someone that continues to grow, not with someone that is stagnant in their energies, or their belief systems are holding them back from their growth. So just be aware of that there's going to be a harder or a bigger split between those that are on the spiritual path and those that are choosing not to. 2017, again, the veil continues to become thinner. It is a very spiritual year, a very clairvoyant year, and so you do desire, your soul will desire to be with those that are spiritually aligned, are spiritually desiring to grow. Energetically, they are aware of changes in the energy, the force fields around, and can become part of that. So overall, 2017 is going to be a dynamic year. It, again, is a year of consciousness, and as we're moving to the collective consciousness, be aware that there are all sorts of collective consciousnesses. There are collective consciousness in fear, in desperation, in scarcity, and you really don't want to align to those. You want to align to the collective consciousness of love and peace, so keep yourself in that place. It's a year of continued I am and inner spiritual growth, and the pathway to grow more is to connect with community, with those that are aligned, particularly partnerships and relationships that also support you and help move you along as you also move your partner, this relationship along into higher places, into higher being. General overall sense of humanitarianism, community, love, and the fight for that. So behind that, with the recent political environment, oftentimes we will feel like we have to fight for our freedom, or fight for peace, or fight for love. And that's kind of an oxymoron. It's not to fight for love, it's to love for love, and love for peace, and love for equality. And so I would have a desire that people remove or limit that word in their vocabulary as they speak. It's also a year of ideas and invention. So you're going to find that there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of great ideas that are coming towards you or coming around you. It's really a year then to use your intellect to discern what might make sense for you. There's going to be a lot of ideas that are absolutely wonderful and great, but maybe don't align to your I am energy. And that's where the discernment, or that's where the knowing about your I am energy will help guide you in that space. If you find that you're in this place of confusion because you have so many things coming at you, that would be your time to pause and be in this place of quietness and connect with your divine source. It might mean that you've just not been disconnected, but your flow of energy with the divine might be diminished a little bit. And then 2017 again is that year of action. So we're going to continue to get these pushes where Spirit is wanting us to move forward, and sometimes we aren't sure what to move forward on or who to move forward with. And so again, that's where our intellect comes in. If we've done the work in the emotional body in 2015 and 2016, and we've expanded in the emotional body, and that is full, and we can maintain that love and peace in that space, the next development ring in our auric field is the intellect, and that's what's starting to play in 2017. And so really having to be balanced, and balance between the feminine and the masculine energy, making sure that you are in alignment there in your own space. And those things will also help you move forward. Technology. I want to talk a little bit about technology for 2017. You know, our technology, I've been in technology for, 35 years. And it's always astounded me how quickly computers and technology in the digital field has evolved. I mean, even in my lifetime, since I first started in computers and technology, how quickly it's grown. But what the universe tells me also is that we have to have that human interaction. We have to have that vibrational connection. And so when we are locked into texting, Facebooking, we lose that vibrational frequency of voice. We lose that energetic connection that we have when we are with someone. And so if we are out and about, we're at a restaurant, we are in other people's energetic and emotional body fields, and that's important. We exchange energy when we are together. When we are texting someone or we're on Facebook and we're messaging someone, we aren't exchanging the vibrational frequency. We are not in their energetic field. We are not exchanging the love energy. When we're reading news stories on Facebook that contain irritants or contain hostile energy, our intellect picks that up and feeds that into our emotional body. However, without the balance of the human interaction, we lose the emotional component of that message. And that's really important for us to know, is that we can listen to stories, we can read stories, we can be with people that are talking about that, and we can connect with them at their heart level while we listen to them speak on their intellect, and that helps balance out our energy fields. But without that, when we're simply reading about it or texting about it, we lose that emotional body connection. And so technology is going to continue to be very important. It's important for us to get information, receive information, but I would suggest that we just limit or balance the amount of time that you are on a computer or on your phone, and in alignment with the collective consciousness of being out and about with people, is get out with people. Go hang out on the weekends. Go, sit and watch a movie together. Go play cards. Just go out for dinner and leave the phones at home. Those types of things that can take us away from the errant frequency of some of the technology that's around us is really important in 2017. We have a lot of surges of energy that are coming in from the sun and other planetary influences. And when we have this false or this errant, they're calling it errant frequency, errant technology, an error in technology, or an error in frequency, it shorts out our bodies, our emotional body and our spiritual body. And so too much time on technology not only takes us away from loved ones, but it also starts to poke holes in those emotional body, spiritual body, and then long-term impacting our physical body. So a lot of information.